Hey everybody, it's Justin here, aka Demonic Sweaters. Today I have a Linux tutorial, or more of actually, this is sort of a test. It's not really a tutorial because I actually haven't used this software in many, many years. And what I'm going to be checking out today is something called Muse Sequencer. Not Muse Score, not to be confused with Muse Score, but Muse Sequencer. This is basically a DAW that I checked out a few years ago. Actually, it's probably been like 10 years ago since the last time I checked it out. So I'm excited to try it now because it has been many, many years. And I remember in the past it was quite buggy and I wasn't able to get very far with it. Okay, let's just create a track. Let's see what happens here. Let's go to synths. So we've got a bunch of synths here that I installed on my Linux system. I'm using Debian 13 in case you were wondering. I just installed it not that long ago. And I'm going to select Nils K1V. This is the Kawaii K1 emulator. Okay, so do I have any kind of input here? All right, so I don't really know what these buttons mean. Recording. If I click that, nothing happens. Okay, let's see. Where can I arm? Where can I select my MIDI input? Show generic synth GUI. MIDI port soft synths. I already did that. Oh, here we go. Input. Okay, so jack in, jack out. VST synths. It's a little bit confusing the way this is worded. Pressing the keys, I'm not getting anything here. But I feel like it's not record enabled. Let me maximize this. See, there's some things hidden here. Okay, so I see buttons. That looks like input monitor, recording, mute, on, off, solo indicator. But if I, oh, there we go, okay, so. But if I click this button, nothing happens. Nothing happens on that one too. So something is wrong here. I am kind of lost. How do I get the MIDI input to work? What happens if I just press record? Okay, so global project name. That's interesting. I pressed record and it's asking me to save. So I'm just going to select the record at least one track, must be armed. Okay. It won't let me arm it. Why not? Why won't it let me arm it? I don't get it. Well, let me try just a regular MIDI track, see if I have any better luck with that. Okay, so this has, okay, so maybe we have to route the MIDI track to the synth, possibly. Let's see if that's the case. So what happened? Oh, interesting. Okay. How did I do that? I clicked on the MIDI track and it brought that up. All right, I'm a little confused. How do I select my input? Instrument. I see. Okay, so I'm on the MIDI track now. I see. Okay, so it is assigned. We have, there's the Nils KV1 right there. Now if I click on this one, what do I have? Effects slot. Oh, that's output. No, that is, okay, so that's the output. That's the audio output. All right, so where do I select the input for MIDI? This is what I'm not sure about here. Maybe I have to do that in my jack audio connection kit here. Let's see. For impatient people, install Muse from the repository of your chosen, I already did all that. Okay, so let's check this out. Soft synth test. So fire up Muse was described in the previous chapter. Try to make sure that Jack Audio server is started with sufficient configuration to allow audio output without breakup. Yes, it is. As an alternative, you can opt for starting Muse with Pulse Audio. Okay, enough of all this. Get to the part that I need. All right, let's see. Okay, so now right click one or more track, MIDI track, add a MIDI track. I already did all that. Track 1 and its track list port column should show it's bound to the synth that was just created. Okay, I've done that. If for some reason it is not, right click track 1 and drop down list of available devices and choose the synth. Okay. Now select pencil tool icon from the toolbar. Alternatively, press shortcut key D, move the mouse over the arranger. All right, let's see if this will work. So I'm going to draw. All right, so it's not my MIDI input. Something else is going on here. No sound. Why? Missing sound. If you got sound from previous exercise, you can carry on to the next chapter. If there is no sound, we need to do some fault hunting. First off, open the mixer window, F10, and look for the VM. I'm not using that synth, I'm using a different one. Do I have sound in anything? Let me just double check my sound here. Let's open something and see if I have sound. Yes, I do. Okay, that is very loud. All right. I'm a little bit at a loss here. What is the deal? Why am I not getting any audio? I still see no output. Oh wait, this is, aha, there we go. Okay. The volume was all the way down. All right, let's see if my MIDI controller works now. Let's rearm the track. Yes, okay. Nice, okay. So that was really silly. So the mixer, the fader was just down. Yeah. All right, let's get rid of this one. I don't need this now. Okay, it only took me 15 minutes to figure that out. Let's get rid of this, because I don't want this. How can I get rid of that? All right, let's go to delete. And let's just get rid of my loop zone here. How do I do that? There we go. All right, let's see if I can record. Actually, let's see. Can I get a click? Play this. Where's my click track? I see metronome here. 125, that sounds good to me. But where's my, oh, here we go. That is one really strange sounding metronome. What? Oh well, it'll have to do. Okay, so let's go with that. And let's pick a different patch here in my K1V. Who doesn't love Visitors? I mean, that's just such a good one. I turn that down a bit. All right, let's see what we can do here. Latency sounds a little, getting kind of some latency here. But that's okay, I think I could deal with it. All right, let's go ahead and try to record a little bit. I don't like that click sound at all. That thing is super weird. But let me see if I can zoom in normal ways here. Can I make this bigger? Yeah, there we go. And what about quantize? Is there a quantize here? What did I just do? That's, if you click anywhere on the block, it just sort of crops it. That's really weird. Okay, so let's go like this. It does not appear to be snapping. Is there an enable for that? Let's see. I am very much struggling with this. Where is, okay. Snap, there we go. Okay, snap, 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 snap. It was on. That doesn't look like it's snapping to me. I don't see any snap. And what the hell just happened to the... Oh, okay, maybe it did. How do I open this up too? All right, piano roll. All right, so in here, maybe I can quantize. Let's see. Select all of those and nope, right click doesn't do it. Is this the, okay, so this, all right, so it already, is it already no, it's not already quantized. I'm so confused. I mean, snap is on, there's a grid. All right, no quantize coming up if I do that. Control F, but that could be because, yeah. There's no way I can search in this damn manual. All right, whatever. Let's just add another synth. So let's go here to synths and let's do that Hexter one again. And then I'm going to add another MIDI track. Let's not arm that one. What does this mean again? Input monitor, okay, turn that off. How did I get to this? This is so confusing. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is essentially another routing table, like the jack audio connection kit. And since I have, it's not totally the fault of Muse Sequencer that this is so insanely confusing. A lot of this has to do with the fact that I have PipeWire installed, and it just exposes every single input and output on the computer. In addition to all of the stuff here with Muse Sequencer. So I'm just gonna close that. I don't even want to look at that. Oh my god. Alright, fuck it. I'm just gonna use what's here. Alright, let's practice a little bit here. I felt like that one had way less latency than the K1V sent for some reason. I'm not sure why that would be the case, but all right, let's trim this up. How do can I do this like this? No. Guess I have to go back to that pencil tool. I feel like that is not snapping. Snap is on to bar. Let's go. All right, let's do it like this. Okay, no, let's see if that helps. Still, no. Does not look like it's snapping. What the frack? Not snapping. Why are you not snapping? Get to snapping, snapper. What is this? Okay, let's scroll over. Cutter. Let's try to quantize this first. Let's go back to this. Okay, and then let's go in here. If I go to functions, quantize. All right, now we found quantize. Okay, I definitely don't want quarter note triplet. I want, I think quarter notes is fine. Okay. That took care of that. All right, good. We're getting somewhere. All right, let's go to this cutter tool. Oh, you can just do S. That's nice. Okay, so, and then how do I get back to this? A. Okay. Let's get rid of that. All right, let's see if all the notes are still there. No, see, why did it cut off the first note? It shouldn't have if it was quantized. Let's undo. Okay, I see the note. It's right there. I mean, it's up against it's on the line. So that tells me that when I cut, it's not snapping. Why are the tools not snapping? You are not snapping. Let's make this bigger. Yeah, that's definitely not snapping. How do I make that fracking snap? Is that off? I mean, okay, let's try it like this. No, still no snap. Cursor, what does this do? Bars, pitch, snap does not seem to work. I mean, I could just be, I very possibly, most likely just doing it wrong. But I guess I'll just zoom in really close and see if I can get it. Okay, that's as far as I can zoom in. If I go too close to the edge, yeah, see, then it trunicates it. I want this to snap right to that line there. But it won't do it. Alright, what if I cut? No, glue, cutter, eraser. Now when you drag, then it snaps. That snaps. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move this over just a slight bit. Let's turn off snap now. Okay, and then let's drag this over just a. Now see, that still looks like it's snapping to me. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Just drag that over a little bit. Okay. Let's go back to drag this. Oh, let's turn snap back on. Oh, so snap, when you turn it on the other, off and on the other page, it also does it on this one. So that's the same thing. That is very strange. Okay, let's go back into the piano roll, and now I'm going to put this back where it was. I didn't want it to get cut off. Okay, so now I'm sure there's a better way to do that, but that's what I had to do on mine. Let's try this again. Control, drag. Okay, that all works fine. that didn't work. Try that again. Okay. It took me 14 minutes to do 2 tracks here, but let's save this. YouTube test. Let's see what we can do with a drum track. What does this do? Like, that really needs to be able to snap into place. It just makes it really difficult. Okay, what is this? Can I hear any of this stuff? Ah, I just moved something. How do I hear these? Nothing. Nothing. All right, let's go back out of here. Let's get rid of that. Oh, there's this. Okay, so simple drums. Do I have to load? I have to load. I have to load a bunch of samples here. I mean, this is cool. This actually is very cool, but this is way too much work right now. I don't want to do this. So let's get rid of that, and let's change it. I wish I could remember where I saw how to change this. I know I saw it somewhere. All right, let's just delete them, because I don't know. I'm not sure. All right, well, the K1V actually has some drum sounds in it, so I'm going to use that again. Kick and snare. All right, so now let's add another MIDI track. Record, arm this. All right, let's hear this whole part and see if this makes sense. All right, at least I got my drums and stuff there. Okay, not too bad. We're not. All hope isn't lost here. Let's not do synth because that one made it crash. So let's go ahead and pick a different one here. So let's go back to synths. What? This says like no parameters at all. We have sustain and release. I guess that's good enough. I don't know what this is supposed to be, but what does this do? Can I change anything here? Default? No. Cars. Right. Okay, that works for me. Let's quantize that. Where was that again? Functions. There we go. Okay. Escape. Save. Okay, let's add some effects. I want to put some reverb on the drums. Let's stop this. I have to get out of this menu to stop it. Okay. Where was it again? Here we go. Mixer. Why are there 2 mixers? What's mixer B? What's the difference? Is there a difference? Mixer A, F10. Why are there 2 mixers? They look exactly the same to me. Okay. So what I want to do though is on my master output, I want to add a compressor. We're going to do the LSP compressor. These ones are really good. Multiband compressor. I don't want multiband. I just want, which one is it? LSP compressor, stereo. Okay, and those always open up like that. It's not just on here, I don't know why, but all you have to do is drag the corner and it gets better. It gets, you know, populates the screen. All I have to do is press F10 and it pops up. All right, now let's do a compressor here, or not compressor, limiter rather. Which one should I use? The calf. Calf stuff can be sketchy and make things crash, so let me just make sure I'm saved first before I do that. Okay, and but the calf limiter is very good when it doesn't make everything crash. I don't want to do multiband, I'm just going to do regular. And okay, so let's play this back. Okay, not bad. It's actually kind of, I like the song, you know, the melody. It sounds like something I'd do. All right, now how do I export? Is there a way to export? Let's go to File, Save, I already did that. Import MIDI, export selected visible tracks to MIDI. Import, find unused WAV files. We may have to do this. Oh, render down mix to selected WAV track. Render down mix to a file. What is down mix? Down mix? What happens when I click that? No, oh, because there's no waves, okay. Is this the arranger that I'm looking at? I guess so. I didn't even mess with automation. I'll make a part 2 of this video. If you guys like this and you want me to do a part 2, just let me know. I'll do it because I think it's interesting, and you know, maybe I'll continue with this track and see what I can do with this thing. But this is enough for now, I believe. I don't see a... Oh wait, edit? What happens if I go to wave? Nope, nothing to edit. There may not be a way to export audio directly because this works with jack, so that doesn't mean that you can't. I'll show you a way that you can do this. Let's go here. I'm going to open up a little app that I have called Jack Time Machine. And this thing basically is like a record button for audio. So what I can do is connect that here. I'll go to my Muse and then connect from Muse to Time Machine. Then press record. And then we go back, press play. And now that'll record into here. All right, so press stop. And now that should be in my home directory. They saved to a really, really strange file format. Let's see, it should be here. So there it is right there. W64, which is like just a really odd file format. But if I go into Audacity, I've used that Time Machine app for many, many years, and it works really good. It's just, you know, unless you know what you're doing and you're familiar with that file format, then you might be confused. Just drop it into Audacity, and there I can trim the beginning. And then let's play. So there it is. And then I can just export audio and then save it there. Okay, and now I have my, what happened there? what's that saying? It just lists the name of it. Is this file name not good? Okay, let's try that. Does that work? There we go. Didn't like the file name. Okay, so close that. I don't need to save it. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I know that 99% of the problems I'm having here is just because I don't know what I'm doing. So if you're more familiar with this app and you know what to do, feel free to leave comments down below of like where I messed up and where I was confused. Help me out. And I'll do a second part to this video if you guys want to see another one. Also comment down below if you want to see a second part. Yeah, but I think it's pretty cool. I like the look of it. And I like messing around with like, you know, old school MIDI sequencers like this. It reminds me of like Rose Garden a little bit. But it's definitely seems way more stable than it was when I used it like 10 years ago, whenever that was. The things I'm confused about right now are snapping, like in the main editor window here. That doesn't seem to work on every tool. And just the workflow, I'm a little confused, you know, like how to get around. The metronome sound is really weird. I want to know how to change that. Quantize, I figured out, and it works good. Synth, you know, it's pretty straightforward to load synths and record MIDI. So yeah, it's really decent. I haven't tried any audio tracks yet. You can do that as well. Maybe I'll save that for one of the later tutorials if I get that far. And yeah, so that's all, I guess, for this one. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to click like and subscribe and the bell icon, and I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day.